Hello and welcome to the recorded analysis of quant section for EOM 7. We're extremely sorry for the previous experience of the quant part that went live because there was a certain amount of sound issue and I could not recognize that while it was live. So that's the reason why I'm recording it again. So let's begin. We follow a typical format where we start with topic distribution followed by question mapping in terms of easy, moderate, and difficult question, followed by expected attempts and scores, and finally we discuss expected percentiles. So let's begin. This is how quant section of EOM 7 look like. There were 2 questions on numbers, 2 questions on triangles, 2 questions on time and distance, and 1 question each on every possible topic that we can think of. There be it ratio, be it circles, be it function, inequality. All these chapters find their representation through 1 question each. Okay, so in terms of topic distribution, it was very balanced paper where every topic finds their representation. Another thing, for the students who were into panic mode after EOM 6 performance, they must have got a bit of soother through this paper because EOM 6, if you remember, it was very heavy on higher algebra and geometry, whereas this was comparatively an easy paper as far as the difficulty level goes. Okay, not comparatively easy. I must say that this is the easiest quant section that we have got so far in all the EOMs put together. So let's look at the question mapping. There was a question based on percentage, which was based on successive percentage decrease, where a person had certain monthly salary, out of which he used to pay certain percentage as taxes. Of the remaining, he used to spend certain amount for children's school fees, and then he's left with certain amount which you need to equate and solve for the initial salary. There was a question based on numbers, where the number was divisible by 1001. It was a 6-digit number given, something like 137137. So it's a 6-digit number where first 3 digits and last 3 digits are same. All these numbers where the first 3 digits and last digits are identical are divisible by 1001. Okay, and later on, 1001 is divisible by 11, 91, 13, and 7. Okay, so if you remember this particular rule of divisibility by 1001, this was an absolute sitter. There was a question on surds and indices where x raised to a was equal to y raised to b, that was equal to z raised to c, and z was the product of x and y. So it's a standard textbook question. Anybody who has solved the basic material should be able to solve this question. There was a question on profit and loss, where profit and loss were expressed in terms of cost price and selling price. So there were 2 scenarios given. First scenario, loss was given in terms of cost price, and in second case, profit was given in terms of selling price. You had to make 2 equations and solve both of them to get the final selling price. That was again an easy question because you can make the equation and solve them very easily. There was a question based on simple interest, compound interest, where the total capital was distributed among a son and daughter. If I remember correctly, the capital was 8,05,300, and that was to be distributed between son and daughter, so that the amount that the son gets after 10 years should be same as the amount that the daughter receives after 12 years. Okay, this is once again a very standard question which is based on compound interest, and this you should be able to solve. Time and distance, there was a question on circular races where both the runners start running in the opposite direction, and after they meet, they interchange their speeds. So if you spend little time on this question, you will be able to understand that by the time they complete 2 meetings, both of them would have run a distance which is exactly equal to the circumference, and that will be able to take you through. Circles, that was a question on length of common chord. There were 2 intersecting circles were given. So what we can do is we can make a triangle using the 2 intersecting circles, taking the radii as the side and the distance between the center as the third side of the triangle. Once we find out the area using Heron's formula, we have to equate the area with half base height to get the height, which is half of the common chord. So all the basics of geometry will be used here. And again, this will be a doable question. There was a question on logarithm, where if you apply the change of base property, that is log of a to the base b is equal to log a upon log b, you should be able to solve this question easily after some amount of simplification. A question on time and distance, a routine question where the length of train was to be given, or I think the time, yes, length of train was given, and you had to find out the time for one train to cross the other one. Okay. There was a question on set theory where certain exhibition was held, and the visitors who are visiting the exhibition on first day, second day, and third day were given. There were three intersecting sets or Venn diagrams you can make, and based on that, you have to find out the people who attend the exhibition on consecutive days, which is first and second days, and second and third days. So that's again a doable question. There was a question on progression where two progressions were given. One of them was AP, the other one was GP, and it was given that the ratio of the third term for GP to that of AP is undefined. Now, when the ratio becomes undefined, the denominator should be clearly zero, and that is why the third term of the AP is zero. If you have 5 terms in the AP, third term being zero, let me tell you the average is zero, and therefore the sum is also zero. Question mapping for moderate question. Yes, there was a question on linear equation where certain number of pencils and erasers were given, and the total cost was given. So you can make one equation like 17 pencil plus 19 eraser is equal to 231. I think that was the number. And based on the second set of data, you can make one more equation. It's about solving these equation and getting the value of pencil and getting the price of pencil and eraser. But if you solve this question using a traditional approach, it might take a little longer because there were coefficients which are comparatively larger, 17, 19, these are the coefficients. So that unnecessarily will stretch your calculation. Okay, so there was another approach which we have discussed in these solutions. Quadratic equation, there was a question on roots of the equation being in arithmetic progression. And if you apply the common difference being equal because the roots are in AP, you should be able to solve the question, provided if you know the alpha plus beta, which is minus B by A, and alpha beta is C by A. There was a question based on numbers where number of factors were to be found out, but this wasn't a direct question on finding out the number of factors. There was some small twist here. That was, we had to find out the number of factors which were divisible by 40. So what you can do is you can divide the number by 40, and whatever remains, you can find out the number of factors for the given number. There was a question on partnership where there were two partners were involved. I think if I remember the names correctly, it was Indumati and Bindumati. They invest X and Y amount, and later on their investment get interchanged. So we had to find out the new ratio of profit sharing, and on the basis of that, we have to divide the profit. That was again a doable question. There was a question based on allegation where gold, copper, silver were given in an alloy, and we had to find out the maximum percentage of silver where the percentage of gold in the mixture was supposed to be 65%. So we have to try different combination where the gold percentage comes to 65, and using that ratio, we have to find out the maximum percentage of silver. There was a question on permutation combination where there was a character given which was Dhanno Dhobi, and he takes 10 packets to deliver to 10 clients, but there were only 3 correct packets in these 10 packets, and the remaining 7 packets were completely not meant for this set of clients. Okay, so we have to find out in how many ways we can distribute these 3 correct packets to their respective clients. This question might require some thought process at the beginning, but once you understand the language of the question and the thought process, it was a doable question. There was a question on triangle where there was a funnel given and there were spherical balls which were kept in the funnel. So you had to apply similarity between triangles. There were 2 triangles that can be formed, and if you apply the similarity between the triangles, you can find out the required distance. This is again a doable question. There was another question based on triangle where angle bisectors were involved, and you have to apply angle bisector theorem twice to be able to solve and get the required length of the side of the triangle. Probability, there was a question based on scratch card having 10 spots, and out of 10 spots, 4 spots were having prizes. You get around 3 to 4 trials, if I remember correctly. There were around 3 to 4 trials, and you had to find out that you win a prize. That means you scratch a spot out of those 10 spots which were having the prize. Okay, so this was a question based on finding out the probability of at least one of the spot being successful, and at least one is what? 1 minus none. So if you can recall that concept, this question was solvable. Coming to question mapping of moderate and time-consuming questions, there was a question on functions where bracket P was defined as a function that was number of prime factors of, number of factors of prime number P. Yeah, that was the question. So say for example, P is a prime number, let's call it 3, okay? And bracket P is the number of factors for number 3, which is 1 and 3. So the number of factors is 2, right? Same goes with the bracket Q. Q is a prime number and bracket Q is number of factors for the given number. So this had 4 statements which you have to check, and then you can find out how many of these 4 statements are correct and how many are incorrect. So that's why it was time consuming question, because you had to check every single statement. Question on quads and polygons, where a hexagon was circumscribing a square and we had to find out the ratio of sides of a hexagon to that of square. So this was a question which was doable, but you had to apply 30-60-90 theorem in triangles, and then you need to take the ratio of the sides. Some sort of rationalization was also involved in finding out the final answer. There was a question on time and work where there was a tank given 700 liter capacity, and there were 3 taps A, B, and C. They were supposed to be operated in 2 sequence of cycles, which was A followed by C followed by B, and the other one was B followed by C followed by A. And you have to find out the differential time in filling up the tank by both the processes. So this again might consume some time because you have to solve for both the cases one by one. Question mapping for difficult questions. There was a question based on inequality where x square was less than y square, which was less than z square, and you had to find out the possible sequences between x, y, z, possible order of arrangement, right? That might require making certain cases and finding out the answer. There was a question on ratio where a tea seller was there, and he was mixing tea, Bonvita, and sugar in whatever he was selling. And he made 2 batches of tea, one after another. And we had to find out the concentration of Bonvita in the first batch of tea that he made to the second batch of the tea that he made. So there was a lengthy description. You had to read it maybe once or twice to be able to completely understand what happens in the question. And then you have to take up the right approach. So this might consume some time and hence a difficult question. Coming to the expected attempts, so this is how the question mapping looks like. There were 11 questions out of 25, which can be kept into easy category, 9 questions in moderate category, 3 in moderate but time consuming, and 2 questions were difficult. That is something that we discussed in the previous 4 slides. Okay. Now, out of 11 questions, which are of easy level, we expect most of the questions as usual. So we are expecting you to solve around 9 to 10 questions at least from these 11 questions. From the moderate questions, again, having said that these are all solvable questions, we expect good number of questions from this as well, which is somewhere around 7 out of 9 questions. Moderate but time consuming, we expect you to solve around 2 questions from this, and difficult question, you can completely leave them, it's fine. So total, out of 25 questions, we expect somewhere around 19 attempts by a well-prepared students. And yes, this is within a time limit of 40 minutes. That this was doable because the questions were very direct here. Coming to the expected scores in percentiles. So as discussed in the previous slide, we are expecting somewhere around 19 attempts by a well-prepared students, and taking 85% accuracy level, we're expecting 16 questions to be attempted correctly, 3 can be done incorrectly, and therefore the net score should be somewhere around 46. This net score of 46 is directly equivalent to 98 percentile. That's the thought process in equating the percentile. Okay, so 46 is 98, and if you check the other scores like 80 percentile, that is available at 24, 90 percentile, 35, 95 percentile, 40 marks, and for the people who are aiming higher, we have 99 and 100 percentile available at 49 and 64. Just take a note of the number of net correct you need to get for the different percentile levels. That is, for 80 percentile, you need a score of 24 marks, which is 8 net correct out of 25. Okay. Similarly, for 90 percentile, you need a net correct in the range of somewhere around 11 to 12. And for 98 percentile, you need a net correct of somewhere in the range of 15 to 16 questions. So that is it from my side. Thank you.